Hey, Michelle. Can you spare a moment? I've got something cool to show you. Take a look at this, okay? Hey, guess what Craig and I had for lunch? It was so good. I have to share. Burgers, crispy onion rings, and flavorful chicken wings. It was an absolute feast for our taste buds. We picked them up from the new joint that recently opened at the mall. It was such a fantastic time. Just the two of us.
Good for you. I'm glad you guys had fun.
Hey, sorry for stealing Craig away from you once again today. I know you must be missing your hubby, but he needs to hang out with his mama bear too, you know? By the way, I suggested getting something from the restaurant to bring home for you. But guess what he said? He actually said it's not necessary. Kinda mean of him, don't you think?
Yeah, a little. That's too bad. The food looks good.
But still, it's such a shame you couldn't make it today, huh? You weren't able to make it because of work, was it?
That's right. I have work today.
What a pity. I guess the timing just didn't work out, huh? It happens, I suppose. You can't always make it to everything. But if you had today off, you could have joined us.
Yeah, it's a bummer. But I couldn't make it. Work is work. You know how it is. And hey, you guys do know I work on weekends, right? That's not news to anyone. So I'm not sure if it's a problem with my schedule or yours, if you catch my drift. I mean, if you really wanted me there, couldn't we have planned to do lunch on a different day? Just a thought.
Oh, right. It seems my silly son forgot to tell you that we were going out today, so I guess you didn't know about it, huh? So sorry about him and his behavior. He can be such an airhead, that boy. I'll have a word to him about it later, as his mother.
Okay, sure. Go ahead.
Oh, wait. That reminds me. I wasn't contacting you to talk about this stuff. There's something more important on my mind. I was wondering what time you were planning on coming home today.
Around 6 o'clock?
Oh, I see. Well, listen. I was talking to Craig earlier, and we have an idea.
You're gonna have dinner out and then come home later, right? Like you always do? Please, go ahead. Don't worry about me. I'll sort something out for myself here.
Ah, okay. Wonderful. In that case, enjoy your dinner. We'll eat out tonight then. Thanks for understanding. Anyway, have fun at work, okay? I'll see you later, love.
Michelle, I'm sorry. Come back home. Please don't divorce me. I was wrong. I can change. Give me a second chance, okay?
Huh? Craig, what are you talking about? Why do you think I'm divorcing you? What's going on?
Well, I just got home and you're not here, so I'm wondering if you left me or something.
Ugh, I'm so sick of this. Craig, I told you I'm going to go out with some friends today.
Oh yeah, now that you mention it, you did say something like that. I must have forgot about it. Sorry for alarming you.
But wait a minute. The fact that you thought I'd walked out on you must mean that you think you've done something bad enough to cause me to want to divorce you, right? That's why when you came home and I wasn't there, you panicked and messaged me like that. So what did you do?
Well, I can't exactly say nothing comes to mind.
Yeah, that figures. I've talked to you a million times about it, right? Regarding your mother?
I know, but I've apologized about it, haven't I?
Oh, so you think some simple apology is going to fix everything? You actually believe that as long as you say sorry, everything will magically be okay? How many times do we have to repeat the same cycle over and over again? When will you finally understand, Craig? I guess it's true what they say. The apple doesn't fall far from the tree. You and your mom are just two peas in a pod, always saying the same things and thinking alike.
I'm guessing you don't mean that as a compliment, do you?
Of course not. I'm completely sick of you both.
Oh, come on. You don't have to blow it out of proportion like that. You're making a big deal out of nothing. It's not like we're intentionally trying to take advantage of you or anything. Mom is constantly expressing her gratitude towards you and feeling guilty about using your money for dining out and shopping.
Is that so? Well, if she really feels that way, then maybe she should show it with her actions and not just her words. If your mom really felt bad about what she was doing, then why has she kept doing it for years and years, huh?
Oh, come on. Years and years? Has it really been that long? I think you're exaggerating a bit, sweetie. It's not that big of a deal. You're just getting all worked up over nothing. No one else seems to have an issue with this situation.
Well, no surprise there. You two are the ones living it up, enjoying the good life on my dime, so naturally you wouldn't see any issues, would you? And of course I'm worked up. Anyone in my shoes would be. Why can't you see that? By the way, ever since our wedding day, you've been splurging on my mother-in-law. Just thought I'd remind you of that.
It's not that much. You're exaggerating, love. Stop blowing things out of proportion.
You just don't care because it's not your money. Every time your mom calls you up and tells you to come out with her, you just run straight to the door with your tail wagging. I wouldn't mind so much if you paid for things using your own money, but you use my credit card to pay for everything. Do you think I work this hard just so you and your mother can go shopping together? And this has been continuing for 3 years. But no matter how many times I've talked to you guys about it, you never stop. You just say sorry and continue doing what you're doing because you don't care enough to change.
Wow, 3 years? So it's been going on for 3 years already? Where did the time go? I didn't even think about it. Oops. I'm really sorry about all of this, love. I didn't realize how mad you were about it.
It's not something to laugh about.
Yeah, I know. I know it isn't. But I'm just saying, the fact that you haven't left me yet means that you can't actually be that mad about it, right?
Hi, Michelle. Just a heads up, I'm at your and Craig's house at the moment doing some organizing. I've thrown out all your garbage and stuff too, as a favor.
Wait, what? You're at our house right now?
Uh-huh. You're welcome, by the way. The place is looking a lot tidier thanks to me.
And when you say you threw out all the garbage and stuff, what exactly does that mean? Who asked you to do that?
Oh, I just invited myself over, of course. And I didn't just take out the garbage. I also took out some of the junk around the house to the rubbish tip.
Like what? I don't think we have any junk around the house. Please don't throw our stuff out without permission, Angela.
Oh, don't worry about it. To tell you the truth, Craig came to me asking for advice the other day. He wanted to know if there was anything he could do to fix your recent bad mood. He seems to think you're upset at him. Would you believe that? My son, such a sweet, caring boy, isn't he? So I thought I'd do a little something to lighten your mood.
Well, first of all, I'm not upset. And secondly, I don't need you to lighten up my mood. I mean, I don't think there's anything you can do to help anyway.
Oh, really? Are you sure? Craig was in a real panic when he contacted me the other day. I was sure something else had happened. He was even talking about divorce, you know.
Was he now? I see.
So you really are angry, aren't you? I knew it. Nothing gets past a mother, you know. Haha. Are you two fighting a lot these days, huh?
I don't know if I agree with that. It's not really your business anyway, is it?
I can't even imagine you getting into an argument. You're far too timid for that, aren't you? I mean, you're so kind and mature, aren't you? Or at least I thought you were. I didn't see you as the type of wife who nags at their husband, but I suppose I should be corrected.
And whose fault do you think it is that things have gotten this way between Craig and I in the first place, huh?
What do you mean?
Nothing. Forget it. Anyway, more importantly, what have you thrown out today? Hey, why are you throwing her stuff out in an attempt to lighten my mood?
Oh my goodness. I seem to have upset you somehow. Oops. I guess I caught you in a bad mood today, huh? Someone woke up on the wrong side of the bed. But back to the main topic. When I talked to Craig the other day, I gave him some advice. I told him that he should help out with the housework a little more if he wanted to appease you.
Okay, and then what?
Well, He was interested, of course, but he said he was too busy. So I snuck in to do the housework for him instead. Oh, whoops. I just realized I've completely exposed my secret. I was hoping you'd come home later and think Craig had done the housework. But I guess I've blown it now, haven't I? That's too bad. Ah, silly me.
Stop rambling. I've heard enough. Would you just get on with it already, damn it?
Wait, what?
You said you threw out some junk, right? That's what you said. So just tell me what you threw away already, for God's sake. I haven't got all day, you know. This is important, okay? Are you still there? Answer me right now, Angela. Don't you dare ignore me.
Hey, Michelle. I just talked to my mom. It sounds like you were pretty rude to her, apparently. Did you say damn to my mom? What's going on? Did something bad happen?
Craig, where are you right now?
Oh, don't give me that evasive response. Is it actually true? Did you seriously say all of that? How could you speak to your own mother-in-law like that? It's absolutely heartless. Her feelings are genuinely hurt, you know. She even cried because of your words. I demand that you apologize to her.
You've heard this story before, haven't you? About my coat? The brown designer coat I have at home? My parents bought that as a present for me when I graduated from university. It wasn't cheap, you know. And we were a poor family back then. But they saved their money for it and wanted to buy me something special.
Huh? What are you talking about? What does this story have to do with my mom?
Oh, and also the glass picture frame my sister gave us as a wedding present 3 years ago?
What about it? What is going on, Michelle? You're rambling. Babe, slow down and explain yourself calmly.
They were both thrown away by that mother of yours. The coat is torn to shreds and lying in the garbage. And the glass picture frame has been shattered into pieces. Do you understand why I'm upset now?
Huh? Why? This is crazy. What happened? This doesn't make any sense.
I got a message from your mom this afternoon while I was at work. She said that she'd snuck over to our house to do some tidying up and that she'd thrown out all the junk in the house.
Yeah, I heard about that. So what? She's just trying to be nice. Listen, I talked to my mom about the conversation we had after I came home the other day when you talked about divorcing me. I asked her for some advice and she told me that you'd probably really appreciate it if I helped you out around the house. It looks like she did that for me though. What's the problem?
Well, I heard that's what happened. So can you explain what's going on? Can you explain why my coat is torn to shreds in the garbage? And why our glass picture frame is shattered in a million pieces right now?
Well, I just asked my mom about it, and she said that the coat was looking pretty old and worn out. So she thought you didn't want it anymore. So she threw it in the garbage. As for the picture frame, the glass was cracked, and she thought we might cut ourselves on it, so she got rid of it.
Is that right? In that case, was it really necessary for her to throw out the photo itself? The one from our wedding day?
Huh? What do you mean?
And as for the coat, it was hanging up in my closet, wasn't it? So what I'm asking you is, why did your mom decide to let herself into our house without permission? Go through my closet and just throw my stuff out while I wasn't home. I mean, who does that? Is she crazy?
Michelle, just calm down. I don't see what you're so angry about. She was just trying to be helpful. She didn't mean anything by it.
And by the way, the picture frame was not broken. I guarantee it. I saw it just this morning before I left, and it didn't have as much as a scratch on it.
What does that mean?
It means the picture frame was never broken in the first place, Craig. Trust me. Every morning after I wake up, I clean around the entrance, including all the picture frames. So if it was broken or cracked, then I would have noticed something this morning. But it was totally fine. I'm telling you.
So wait, are you telling me that my mom was lying or something? It doesn't make any sense for mom to lie about the picture frame being broken if it wasn't. I'm sure she must be telling the truth. You were probably just tired or in a hurry this morning. Are you sure you didn't break it yourself while you were cleaning it today?
Why are you so desperate to defend her, Craig? Look, since it's come to this, just let me be perfectly clear about how I feel. Your mother is always going out of her way to do nasty things to people, especially me. And yet, you've been letting her get away with it for all these years.
Huh? What kind of nasty things is she doing? Are you talking about me paying for her when we go out?
Christ, Craig. Are you still half asleep? It's not just the money thing I'm upset about. I'm talking about her doing stuff like throwing away other people's possessions without their permission. This isn't even the first time she's done this, you know.
Huh? It's not?
Do you remember that time I spent months making pickles? And when we thought they'd be ready and we went to get them out the pantry, they weren't there? Then you found out your mom had already thrown the jars out without asking. And all she said when I confronted her was, "Oh, sorry, I thought they were rotten." And she's thrown out tons of my bags and clothes before too as well. To top it all off, when she wants to lash out at me and insult me, she's sly enough that she only ever does it over the phone so that there's no message left as evidence.
Wait a minute, Michelle. This is my elderly mother we're talking about there. She would never do any of these things. She's a sweet old lady. Why would you say all this stuff about her?
So that's how it is, huh? Even after hearing all this, you're still on her side. You don't believe your own wife? I'm disappointed, Craig. But on the other hand, my resolve is stronger than ever.
What do you mean? Michelle, please talk to me. Michelle!
Hi, dearie. It's been a while, huh? Listen, I just made a group chat for the three of us. So make sure to join in.
No, thank you.
Huh? But what are we supposed to do if you don't join? If you don't join, then that'll just make things more difficult for everyone. Don't you agree? I wanted to ask you about the holiday, you see.
What holiday?
Oh, didn't you hear? Craig and I have been planning to go on a family vacation together. It's all we've been talking about recently. I'm surprised he didn't tell you himself. Look, I know things between you and Craig have been a little tense lately, but that's all the more reason to get away from things and cool one's head, isn't it?
I don't know about that.
So anyway, we're leaving at the beginning of next month, so it would be really great if you could take care of the house while we're away.
Wait, what?
I thought if anything happened that we should be aware of, you could report it to us in the group chat. Smart idea, isn't it? Craig thought it was a good plan too. I don't know if you've noticed, but it seems like Craig has a lot on his mind recently, so I suggested that we take a little vacation together to get his mind off things and release his stress. And he thought it was a really great idea. Of course, I'm sure my son will be back like a new man when he gets back. You'll see. Hello? Michelle? Are you still there? Huh?
Hey, so I'll be going on the vacation now, okay? Are you at home at the moment? You are, right? What would you like as a souvenir? Any requests? If you do have a request, you can send it to the group chat too. Whatever it is, I'll get it for you. So don't hesitate. By the way, I was talking to Mom the other day while we were packing, and she said that when she invited you to come on the family vacation, you refused her. So it seems like you two just have different versions of what's happening, huh? You're both saying completely different things. I knew it must have all been some kind of misunderstanding. Anyway, while I'm away, just take some time to think about things and cool your head off. Then, once we get back, you'll apologize to Mom. Right? Right, Michelle?
Hello, dearie. Craig and I are on our way back home now. By the way, I've been wanting to ask you something. Craig said that after we get back, you're going to apologize to me. That's wonderful news. I'm really looking forward to making things up with you. It's a shame all of this has gotten so out of hand because of a few simple misunderstandings, isn't it? But well, it'll all be sorted out soon, I suppose. Don't worry about it too much though. Everything will be fine. Well, see you soon. Oh, and by the way, you're not going to get any souvenirs, sadly. My silly son tried to buy you some things while we were away, but I soon put a stop to it. I mean, you know, it's your own fault that you couldn't come on the trip. After all, you're being so immature and silly. So, you don't deserve to get a gift, you know? It just makes sense. That's your punishment for being so selfish, isn't it? Ha ha ha!
Hey, Michelle. Long time no speak, huh? You'll come home soon, right? Please? I'm really sorry about everything. I was wrong, okay? I know that now. I'm begging you. Please come back home to me. I miss you, babe.
Huh? Wait a minute. How come you're able to contact me right now?
I had to make a new account. No matter how many messages I sent you, you just ignored me on my main account. So I had no choice but to resort to this. Well, I guess you must have blocked me or something like that, huh?
I see.
Hey, listen. Before you block me again, can you let me say my piece? I know that I was wrong about everything. You can blame it all on me. You talked to my dad about everything that happened, didn't you? I'm sure you've already heard all about what happened after my mom and I came back from our vacation.
Yeah, I know all about it. Your mom and dad divorced, right?
I mean, geez, Michelle. If you had screenshots of your conversation with my mom all along, then why didn't you just show them to me sooner? If you had shown me proof of what you were saying back then, I would have no choice but to believe you.
Is that so? Would you really have believed me, Craig? Even if I'd shown you evidence, are you sure you wouldn't have made up some kind of excuse for her?
Of course not. I would have. Really.
I don't believe you. For 3 years of our marriage, you never once honestly listened to my side of the story. You just kept siding with your mother and running to defend her every single time, always taking her side, making up excuses for her.
No, it wasn't like that. You've got to believe me.
In the end, my father-in-law was the only one who ever listened to me. He became concerned about me and wanted to know what was really going on. So he got in contact with me. That's when I told him about everything that had been happening, including the family vacation you two were planning. He was totally shocked, I think. He thought the whole thing was ridiculous. He told me that I should divorce you if you didn't get your act together.
But hang on. You actually waited for me, didn't you, Michelle?
Huh? What do you mean?
Dad divorced mom and she went back to live in Brooklyn. That's when I finally realized everything. I heard it all from Dad and he showed me the evidence. I can't believe that mom was doing and saying such terrible things to you behind my back the whole time we were married. It makes me sick.
So you finally realized it, huh? Took you long enough, Craig. Anyway, can you explain what you mean when you said I waited for you? What are you talking about?
It's already been a year since the last time we met, but we're still not officially divorced, are we? That means you must have been waiting for me to see the error of my ways, right? You're giving me one final chance.
But I did divorce you, Craig.
You did? Huh? When? How?
You mean you really don't remember? You don't remember the divorce papers written by your mom?
Oh, those? She said they were a good luck charm for a happy marriage or something like that. Don't tell me you submitted them?
Well, ever since we got married, she'd been shoving them in my face, saying stuff like, you know you can divorce Craig anytime, okay? She even, ever so helpfully, filled out the witness form for me. I mean, how could I not use it when it had been so thoroughly prepared beforehand?
No way. Seriously?
In hindsight, I'm really glad I had those papers prepared in advance. Sure saved me a lot of time, didn't it?
I don't believe this. So we really are divorced?
And as for alimony, don't worry. Your dad has very kindly already paid it for you, which means that I no longer need to have anything to do with you anymore. Not at home, not in a court of law. We're done. It's such a relief, honestly.
Oh wait, please. Just give me a second chance. This can't be happening.
Now I can disappear from your life without any reservations. Oh wait, I already have. Originally, I'd planned on talking to a lawyer about getting a divorce and alimony. However, my father-in-law, who, taken into account my mother-in-law's use of my savings, took it upon himself to pay all of it back to me on her behalf. As I received a generous amount from him, I decided to forget about the alimony and just move on with my life. As for my idiot ex-husband and his mother, They were both kicked out of my father-in-law's house when they tried to visit him on vacation. Then they came home to where I was living with Craig. But I wasn't there anymore. When they tried to get in contact with me and couldn't, my mother-in-law snapped and went crazy. That's when my ex-husband became distrustful of her. After that, they went to my father-in-law and told them what had happened. If Craig had just trusted me from the beginning, none of this would ever have happened. Nowadays, he lives with his mother. Apparently, they're just barely able to get by. And life is pretty tough for them. Not that I care.